All right, everyone, and welcome to the midweek market wrap up with myself, Michael Nauss, chartered market technician from stats@trading.com. Let's go through some charts, figure out what happened so far this week, what might happen going into the end of the next. So, make sure you're going to stats@trading.com, you're signing up for the email list so that you get everything that I put out. Now, without further ado, popping right into the charts here with some new fancy overlays we got on the go. We got to take a look here at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's a little bit interesting here. If we go especially into like the 4 hour chart or maybe even the 1 hour chart, anyone who was paying attention knows that this area right here was some crazy Bitcoin shenanigans where the SEC apparently says they got hacked and caused this massive spike a little bit on ETF announcement, but then it immediately fell. Now, I'm going to look a little bit later in the week and go minute by minute to when they announced they were hacked versus when the fall happened, because I believe that the fall happened before they announced they were hacked, which may give us a little bit of a clue to say, hey, this may be a sell the news type of event when the Bitcoin ETF gets approved. Just FYI, I took out my longs when this kind of reversal happened. And just for a trade, I entered a little bit of a short just maybe an hour or so ago when we were pulling off of this level right here. So just full disclosure, I always like to tell you guys what it is that I'm in now. Ethereum, completely different here, right? Really, really looking like we're breaking out here in Ethereum. Now, if we do the relative chart, so let's do Ethereum over Bitcoin, you can see this is essentially Ethereum priced in Bitcoin. So if this is going down, it means Bitcoin's outperforming Ethereum. If it pops up, it means the other way around. Looks to be like we may have this kind of change of leadership into Ethereum. So I'm not short Ethereum. I am actually long a little bit on this breakout right here, hoping this holds and continues higher. So I am in, I guess, a little bit this trade of long Ethereum short Bitcoin, but this Ethereum's more of a position for me, and that Bitcoin is just a quick trade is all I am looking for there. If we go to the dollar index, see what the dollar's doing, just sideways consolidation, right? We have this zone here that I've been talking about for a long period of time. We've hit it a handful of times, bounce, hit it again, bounce, a little bit of a bleed through, but then recovered, and we've come back down here again. So this area of support has been a big deal in the dollar space, looking to see what this sideways consolidation does for us. If we do push lower, that's obviously going to be bullish for anything denoted in US dollars. Now, one last thing on this list, trying to keep these ones a little bit shorter. We have gold here coming back into this anchored VWAP from this low right here, showing some signs of maybe stabilizing against this level. You guys know from the longer term point of view, I'm a bit of a bull when it comes to gold. This may be a good area to start to look to accumulate, maybe a stop under 2000. I'm going to keep an eye on this, see if it holds for a little bit longer here on this chart. Now, getting into the overall market, oops, didn't mean to do that, meant to minimize this. Let's take a look at the S&P 500, a little bit of a hint of what I'm going to talk about coming up there. But the SPY, we're getting back to these highs, right? We backed off it a little bit in the afternoon, but nice big push up, getting close to those highs again. If we zoom out on this chart, you can see that we're actually getting close to prior highs. Probably should have just gone to a weekly chart. Yeah, let's just do that. It's probably easier to see. Oh, well, yeah, it's easier to see from a weekly chart. So let's go to a weekly. And you can see we're getting back up near this high right here. So this high right here, and then this high could be interesting when we get through that. We could be close to a weekly all-time closing highs, depending on what happens. Obviously, we have 2 more days to go after today. Looking under the hood, noticed uranium. Again, you guys know I love my uranium. Looking pretty strong here, a URA. So I actually took a look, and I took a little bit today on some UEC. And we'll zoom into the daily chart. The daily chart may, I don't know. I don't like this topping tail that happened, but we did close above these prior highs right here. So I took a little bit of it. You know, I'm wrong if we break that bullish candle we had yesterday. I bought a little bit today though, because we did hold positive and we held above that level. So looking to see some continuation here in the uranium space. Other than that, not a whole lot to speak about. Pretty much everything's following the S&P 500. We can see that by looking at the RSP, which is an equal weighted index, which just means it doesn't have that big cap bias where the large names are moving it. That doesn't happen in the RSP, and you can see this one's holding up pretty well and looking bullish here. So everything is looking fantastic. Got a couple names that I may be interested in, but I'll save those until the Friday episode. So again, make sure you go to stats@trading.com, sign up for the email list. So I will send you out those names when they happen. Right now, I'm kind of in no man's land. And the reason for it is because I'm still long. I've been long for a long time here. We were buying around October lows. We obviously didn't catch the low. No one did. But, somewhere around this area. And I'm still holding a lot of those names. And then we have this high right here. And then we have that high I zoomed out and showed you guys. So I want to make sure that those hold and make a little bit more, dig in, for lack of a better term. That's what I'm interested in here. So again, thank you guys for coming by. Thanks for hanging out, watching the video. Make sure you sign up for the email list next week. I'm actually traveling, so I have some pre-scheduled videos on there, and one of them is another prop firm review. You guys really like the review of Top Step. I'm still playing with them. Again, I'm not a day trader, so I'm just doing a little bit kind of shorted in a more systematic way that I'll talk about in a little bit. But this other one is very interesting. It's Forex. So for you guys who trade Forex, and I have some comments all the time of who I trade Forex with, well, right now it's these guys. So stay tuned for those. And again, stats@trading.com will make sure you get all of those videos.